Hello friends, so after the intro now it's time to proceed with the DynDOLOD instructions. The instructions in this video are for a TUCOGUIDE modded game, so if you have a different set of mods you will need other LOD billboard packages, be aware of that. After finishing this video you will have two working game profiles, Trees Overhaul 1 no DynDOLOD and Trees Overhaul 1 DynDOLOD. In section 2a we installed the Trees Overhaul Option 1, you should have it already, and then did all the rest. And now we are here in section 6, and 6a will be the topic of this video, Trees Overhaul Option 1. So let's start Mod Organizer. And here's my TUCOGUIDE profile, TUCOGUIDE January 2018. It's all working, tested with a bashed patch with 166 separate files, so around 150 mods. And now we will apply the Session's great tool DynDOLOD to what we have here. So let's open up section 6a and please read all this text here. It says what we will do here and what is it for, and then afterwards it says about profiles that we're going to create, and then we proceed with downloading and installing tools and mods. So before you start, go to your profiles in Mod Organizer 2 and copy your profile to a new one. So let's do it. Open up profiles here, click on my current profile and click copy, and I will name it TUCOGUIDE January 2018. I'm supposed to name it Trees Overhaul OV1 -no DynDOLOD. That's the idea. Now I got a new profile. So let's close and switch to the new profile, no DynDOLOD. This is the first thing to do. And now we are supposed to copy the new profile again to another one and call it like here. Alright, so open profiles again, click on my newly created, click on copy and name it TUCOGUIDE January 2018 Trees Overhaul 1 DynDOLOD. So we have another one, and close, and now from now on use the profile TUCOGUIDE January 2018 DynDOLOD. So let's switch to it. They are the same profiles. I just leave the no DynDOLOD profile to have it for later, or if I want to use the game without DynDOLOD. This should result in having two profiles like this. Let's drop down the list and choose profile DynDOLOD for further operations. Choose this one we are going to use now for DynDOLOD creation. So I chosen the profile with DynDOLOD. So now let's download Session's DynDOLOD, our main star here. I'm opening the page, and now please download DynDOLOD standalone, this file here, into a separate location where you have your Skyrim tools, and download this here, DynDOLOD resources, into the place you download mods that you are going to install with Mod Organizer 2. So now I have my DynDOLOD standalone in my tools folder. I will extract it into an own folder here, and I have the DynDOLOD resources in the place that Mod Organizer will read as the mods the downloads. When I look at mod organizer and downloads, I can filter out DynDOLOD, and I got the DynDOLOD resources here. So everything's ready so far. Now we will install the DynDOLOD resources. I will double click it, and a FOMOD installer opens. I click next. I select all these visual options here. You might reconsider if you don't like any of them. Then I click install. The mods gets installed always at the end, so I will now drag it up and place it straight after unofficial patch and file score, and I can activate it. Looking at my plugins, this didn't add any plugins. Next up, we will unpack DynDOLOD standalone to a separate location and set up mod organizer shortcuts for DynDOLOD x64exe and TexGen64 Exe. So let's get to it. Let's open the folder where I downloaded it, find the file. Standalone file is here. So here's the directory. I'm going to unpack to my SSE folder with tools, and here is the file, the files of DynDOLOD and TexGen. So now let's configure DynDOLOD x64 and TexGen to use with mod organizer 2. Drop down list of my tools is here. I click on edit. Once I clicked on edit, I give a title DynDOLOD. I search for the binary, so I just copy the path here and paste the path here, and take the DynDOLOD x64 and let's see, I also need the SSE argument, and I can click on add. Now I do the same for TexGen. Search for the binary, get the x64 file, and give the -SSE argument and click on add. So now I have both of them here. I click close. Now in my drop down list I can see DynDOLOD and TexGen here. Now for the specific situation we have with the TUCOGUIDE, where we use this kind of tree overhaul that I propose here, like starting here and ending here, trees plus flora, like I instructed in the previous sections. We will need this specific files, so we will need billboards and resources. So let's download them. We need simply bigger trees file billboards for realistic aspen trees. Let's open up the page, go to the files section. Alright, files, and we need optional files, billboards for realistic aspen trees. Download this, and then we need from indistinguishable billboards for Skyrim, we need indistinguishable lush dark. So go here, go to files, and take indistinguishable lush dark. This file over here, download manually to your MO installers /downloads, because we will install this with mod organizer 2. Finally, because I use Bruma, Beyond Skyrim Bruma mod, I will also need these two files from the Beyond Skyrim Bruma TreeLOD billboards. Now let's open it. This is an old RIM mod, so don't try to query info here in downloads. It won't work correctly. See the files, and we have TreeLOD billboards for Beyond Skyrim Bruma and hotfix 1.1. Manually download both of them to your MO installers or downloads location. So let's double check our downloads. Let's filter out billboards, and we see billboards for realistic aspen trees. Alright, now we need indistinguishable lush dark, that's the one. And finally we need TreeLOD billboards for Beyond Skyrim Bruma, and then we need the hotfix. I renamed it to TreeLOD's Bruma hotfix 1.1. So we have all the downloads, and now the idea is to install these files like instructed here. So search billboards again, billboards for realistic aspen trees. Double click on it, rename it to billboards for realistic aspen trees. Check the structure, correct, looks good, and install. The first file was installed, so now I need it after SBT and RAT compatible patch. So I will drag it up to my tree overhaul. SBT and RAT compatible patch. Here I need this file. I'm activating it. Alright. Then indistinguishable. I double click it again, and I will name it indistinguishable lush dark billboards, just to make sure that I'm aware of it later what it is. Check the structure, looks good, install. After installation, drag it after DynDOLOD resources. So up with it, and here we go, and activate. And finally we will install TreeLOD billboards for Beyond Skyrim Bruma. TreeLOD. As you can see, I did not query info for these files because they are old RIM mods, so don't try to do it. TreeLOD billboards comes first, and here I need to expand this tree, right click on data and set data directory, and I double check if the name is correct, TreeLOD billboards for Beyond Skyrim Bruma, and click OK. And I need it after Beyond Skyrim DLC integration patch. Let's see, it's mod number 16, so I will drag it to position 17. Here I need the billboards for Beyond Skyrim Bruma, and then I also need the hotfix, TreeLOD's Bruma hotfix 1.1. Let's see the structure. I am expanding this directory and setting this as data, and click OK. So now the hotfix will go to position 18. Actually 17. Beyond, TreeLOD billboards and hotfix, and activate. Okay, so we have all our resources installed, and now we will proceed with the TexGen operation. First of all, it will be good to rename our old bashed patch mod to bashed patch Tree Overhaul 1 no DynDOLOD, and we will keep this naming for the next versions of bashed patch, because this bashed patch was created for the Tree Overhaul 1 without the DynDOLOD. And now let's follow the instructions. So deactivate the bashed patch. I will just deactivate the bashed patch mod in this case. Now activate all plugins. Right click and enable all. Yep. I don't need to sort the plugins with loot, because the resources we installed, they didn't bring in any new plugins, so I just activated all plugins as instructed. Next up is run TexGen from Mod Organizer 2 and choose your custom TexGen output folder. I didn't say about the output folders before, so let me show you where I created them. On my K drive, which is an old mechanical, well, not old, but mechanical drive, I did two folders, DynDOLOD output and TexGen output. They are both empty now. So this is my TexGen output folder. So what I will do is go into it, then click here and copy the path. Okay. Now I select TexGen from my drop-down list here and click on Run. TexGen is loading, and now I need to select my TexGen output folder. I will select the folder that I just created. I cannot edit it here, so I need to click the three dots, choose my K drive and TexGen output and OK. Now it's selected. Now you might want to leave the value 256 if you have a mid to high end graphics card. I have a GTX 1080 Ti. I changed it to 512. That's the next part. And let's see, I have my TexGen output, I have my LOD texture size, and then I can just click start, and that's the whole philosophy. So let's do it. And now this will take a reasonable amount of time, shorter than the DynDOLOD that we do later, but it can take 1 or 2 minutes to finish. Okay, now it finished and I can just click on exit. The program exits cleanly and I can proceed with further instructions. 7-zip the resulting textures folder to an archive named DynDOLOD Textures 3 Options 1. I will copy this text and go to my K drive, TexGen output, right click on textures, 7-zip, add to archive. I leave it at normal compression level and name it DynDOLOD Textures 3 Option 1 and zip it. Okay, now I zipped it, and now the guys say to delete the textures folder in TexGen output afterwards, so let's delete it. Install with Mod Organizer and keep on the bottom of the mod list. So let's bring up Mod Organizer, click on this button here, go to my TexGen output, click on this and open. And call it DynDOLOD Textures 3 Option 1, and looks good, install. And keep on the bottom of the mod list. Okay, it's here, let's activate it. Now we will scroll down and start the DynDOLOD operation. Let's unhide the spoiler and follow the instructions. Run DynDOLOD64 from Mod Organizer 2. Drop down menu, DynDOLOD, run. Now we will click away this window here with OK and click on Advanced Options. So now we need to right click here, select all worlds, click on High, select FX Glow Candles, select the output path. I choose my K drive, DynDOLOD output folder, double click on the folder of your choice for the output, click OK. Data path is selected correctly. Select all the options here, make sure they are activated. Choose your max tile size. For weaker graphics card you might go lower than 512. Select Generate DynDOLOD and tick all those options here. And that's it. We have all worlds selected, we have all the options selected, so we can proceed. Now when I click OK, this operation might take 10 to 20 minutes, so let's do it. DynDOLOD operation in progress, see you in a while. DynDOLOD operation finished, we can click exit. Now wait for the program to quit and follow the instructions. Zip the contents of the output path to an archive. Name it DynDOLOD 3 output, DynDOLOD output 3 option 1.7z. So let's go to my K drive, DynDOLOD output, and we select all these, right click, 7-zip, add to archive, and we will name it DynDOLOD output 3 option 1.7z and click OK to zip the file. This will take a while as this is 1.5 gigabytes of data. Okay, the zip is complete. I have the file here, so let's go back to Mod Organizer 2, click this icon here to install mod from an archive. Now navigate to my K drive, DynDOLOD output, and select the DynDOLOD output 3 option 1.7z and click on open. Now name it correctly. I will name it like this, DynDOLOD output 3 option 1. Let's see manual. We receive meshes, SKSE, textures, and an ESM and ESP plugin. Looks good. OK to install. This will take a while as this is a huge file. OK, the guide also tells me to delete the folders and files except from the zip archive from this directory. So this is my zip archive. It's already installed and now I can select all those and delete. And that's it for the DynDOLOD operation itself. Now we have post-installation instructions. Let's go here and activate the DynDOLOD 3 output, the DynDOLOD output 3 option 1. This will bring in those ESM and ESP plugins as well. Now let's see what's in the post-installation instructions. Activate the new ESM and ESP plugins, so I just activate the whole mod. Sort with loot. Alright, let's just use the sort button. Sorting complete. Let's see. DynDOLOD ESP is at the very end, and DynDOLOD ESM was moved to the ESMs over here. Now we are going to rebuild the best patch for the DynDOLODed game we have, but the problem is VryBash doesn't like DynDOLOD ESM and ESP. That's why we will deactivate it before we run VryBash. So deactivate this and deactivate that for run VryBash. Good. VryBash run. Activate and rebuild the bashed patch. Bashed patch, activate and rebuild. Alright. Build patch. Operation complete. I can close VryBash. Create bash patch mod from override. Call it BP-DynDOLOD tree option 1 and activate it. Good. So here's the override folder. Let's open it up and see what it contains. Bash patch and docs, everything's nice. So I can right click on override, create mod, name it BP DynDOLOD tree option 1 and activate it. So it's activated now. Activate DynDOLOD ESM and DynDOLOD ESP. That's the next point. So activate this and activate that. Move DynDOLOD ESP below the bashed patch right to the very bottom of the load order. DynDOLOD ESP goes below the bashed patch. Now the tips when rebuilding bashed patch later. So let's say later on you installed some additional mods that do not require a full rebuilding of the DynDOLOD, just rebuilding of the bashed patch, like some character mods or stories, stuff like that. Then you need to do this procedure here. Because having the DynDOLOD ESM and ESP will require you to deactivate them before you rebuild the bashed patch. So just keep these instructions for later if you want a simple bashed patch rebuild. If something happens to your terrain, to your trees or flora or buildings, then you will need to rebuild not only the bashed patch but first redo the whole DynDOLOD. I hope this is clear, so let's go on with the game testing. Let's select Skyrim Special Edition Launcher from my drop-down menu and start the game. I will load up a save where I was in a building to activate DynDOLOD properly. So this is a save game where no DynDOLOD was active. It is in a building. I will go ahead and drop some of the stuff not to be over encumbered. Okay. And now you can see on the top left corner of the screen 10 MCM menus were registered and 3 further. I will wait a while until all the mods load correctly. Now let's go out to Whiterun. I can see the message on the top left corner of the screen about DynDOLOD being activated. So now let's travel to, let's say, the Guardian Stones here. So the mountains. Western Watchtower. You can see the lights of Whiterun already. This weather looks so good. Yeah. Let's wait till the night falls a bit. I'm not using any darker nights now. The nights are perfectly fine with the re-engage DNB configured for obsidian weathers. This is a bit dark with the snowfall and clouds. When it's a clear sky, then it's brighter. As you can see, Whiterun is perfectly illuminated at night. We can also see a couple of lights from the farms there. But this is the idea, so DynDOLOD works just great. Looking at some far distance terrains. 7 AM, light snowfall, light snow clouds, obsidian weathers, re-engage DNB, and a beautiful distant terrain. So that be everything for this video. We have now 2 working profiles. If you want to switch from a DynDOLOD profile to a non-DynDOLOD one, you will need to follow the instructions on the DynDOLOD page on how to do it, because switching from non-DynDOLOD to DynDOLOD is easy. You just need to be in a building and wait for the mod to load and then go out, and DynDOLOD will initialize. But when you want to switch back, there is some more work involved so that DynDOLOD is properly shut down upon you deactivate it. Thanks for watching. In the next video we will install Trees Overhaul 2, and in the following video we will do the DynDOLOD also for it, and we will have 4 profiles to switch between in the game. See you in the next video.